Greetings, beef squatches. I have a new video here, and it's not a review video or a Batman video. I already did that today. I've been wanting to talk about this subject for quite a bit. I did talk about it on this week's Comic News with Duke and Manos, which, by the way, you should watch. But I feel like I didn't really discuss the subject as in-depth as I wanted to, so I decided to make a separate video here. And of course, this is in regards to the announcement that DC Comics will be outing a major male hero, what they call an iconic character, as gay. At the same time, Marvel, not to be outdone, is about to, I think in the next issue of X-Men Legacy, I can't remember which X-Men book, there are quite a few. Northstar will be getting married to his longtime boyfriend, and so they're going, hey, look at us, too. Well, let's get started, shall we? Now, specifically, yeah, that's what DC has been coming up. They've been sort of leaking this story here and there for, I don't know, last week or so, like, oh, we have a gay character that we're going to make a big announcement. Oh, it's an iconic character. Oh, it's a male character. And so that actually doesn't surprise me. They already have Batwoman with her own title, so I wasn't really surprised that it was going to be a male character this time. Now, they've announced that it's also an iconic character, so that makes you think it's probably one of DC's bigger guns, you know, and of course, obviously, it's not going to be Batman or Superman. Wonder Woman is woman, so she's out on that. So is that going to be like, that leaves kind of like one of the Green Lanterns, and by the way, that just because it's a Green Lantern doesn't make it Hal. It could be any one of them. It could be like Nort, that dog thing. We go, hey, he's Green Lantern, so that's iconic, so haha, we did it. One of the Flashes, that means Wally West, or, you know, that jive ass that's running around where he should be dead, Barry Allen, or Jay Garrick, the original, who's over stuck on Earth 2, maybe Hawkman, the Atom. I don't think Aquaman is, because that I've not been reading it, but it seems like the relationship with his wife Mara is really a big part of it, so I don't think that's going to be going on. So, and I'm sure there's a couple other iconic characters. Now, that's the thing. It's like, what constitutes iconic here? I've heard a lot of names. I've heard the Tim Drake Robin. I've heard Wally West, because he hasn't appeared yet. I've heard Alan Scott or Jay Garrick, the original Green Lantern and Flash, over in the Earth 2 book. I think those are the most popular names I keep hearing over and over again. And I really don't think it's Wally West. I'm very positive, because DC just doesn't want to bring him back. And they're not interested in bringing him back. And they're not going to bring him back gay or straight. So I don't think it's him. There's a possibility it could be Tim. But I'm not too sure. I mean, the Robin character, you know, forget about, you know, Tim Drake for a moment. The Robin character has always had the stigma of being gay. It's like, you know, it's that joke that, you know, keeps going around. I'm not sure if they want to, like, embrace it or, you know, run away from it. So we'll see how that works. I personally think it's probably going to be one of the kind of minor secondary iconic characters. Is that a term you can use? I think it will probably be maybe Alan Scott or maybe Jay Garrick, one of the Earth 2 characters. And it gives DC a chance to say, oh, hey, that's iconic, even though they're not really hardly main characters. They're both being de-aged for this Earth 2 thing that I'm not reading. And so that could really be incorporated into it. Now, of course, you may say, well, hey, wait a minute, Manos, those characters were married or something like that. They at least had girlfriends before they, you know, they got old. And it really doesn't matter, you know, because the way they could write this, see, this is the thing, I don't know how they're going to write this. I don't know how they're going to do this, so. I don't know if the character's just going to be established gay from the start in this new reboot, or the character is going to have some sort of history and they're going to come out and really face facts because, well, let's face it, in the real world, that is how it is. You know, there are people out there who feel kind of pressure to live a straight life, even now, today, and do their best, get married, have kids, become a Republican senator, and vote against gay rights and legislation, marry Michelle Bachmann. You know, they all do that stuff. And then they kind of like get to a point where they just can't lie to themselves anymore. And leading a double life is kind of par for course for superhero fiction. So, I mean, that definitely can fit. Now, I want to get briefly to the Marvel thing. And I think that's probably been a long time coming. I think Marvel has, you know, sensed this becoming a really hot topic. So they are, if DC does something big, they're not going to be like, you know, sitting around going, ooh, ooh, ooh. They're going to like take advantage of the fact that they have something going on. Now, both of these actually, a lot of people have been coming up and saying that DC and Marvel are just doing this as a cheap sales stunt because it's become a hot topic since President Obama finally came out and said he supported gay marriage and took a stand. Thank you, Mr. President. But yeah, there are people who are kind of poo-pooing this, going, you know, they're just doing this for sales. I don't know. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters one bit, because this is the right side of history, is supporting gay rights, because this is a natural progression in the civil rights story in America. And yeah, who cares if they're doing it for sales? I think if it is an important character, it's going to matter to somebody reading out there. Some, you know, geeky fan who's reading about maybe a superhero character who has their own kind of secrets, their own kind of problems they can maybe relate to. And, you know, maybe gives them a little bit more something to look up to. So, you know what? If these two storylines do that, well then, bravo, DC and Marvel. You've done a good thing. Push the button, Lindsay.